I'm not really sure what to make of this report. We've paid you for it. You've provided it. It doesn't meaningfully impact anything. And there's still, as I say, there's some good recommendations in here that all intend to continue to move forward on. But I don't think we really address the core issue.
Last spring, Portland leaders asked the independent OIR group to investigate the community perception of racial bias, political bias, and a resistance to change within the Portland Police Bureau. Investigators said they found some disturbing incidents.
Consideration that they were jokes, or to highlight a in custody death case and suggest by mimicking T-shirts that the conduct was tolerable and okay. So there was that undercurrent that was certainly identified.
A Portland police officer's false identification of City Councilmember Joanne Hardesty as a hit-and-run suspect helped spark the review.
What was striking to me in doing that investigation was that it wasn't just one individual that leaked information. It was actually 5 city employees that leaked information in various situations.
But despite that information, Hardesty herself says she's frustrated with the results of the review.
I am profoundly disappointed. This is not what I asked for, and it does not give us a roadmap moving forward.
Mike Janacco with OIR Group says there's a community perception of racial and political bias within the Bureau.
Portland, you have a problem. The community recognizes you have a problem, and the recommendations are intended to address the problem.
But he said his team can't answer whether officer policies and actions are driven by these root causes or not. That's what left Mayor Wheeler wanting more in the wake of the false identification of Hardesty.
And what do we need to do to change to prevent it from ever happening again? That was the genesis of this report. And it didn't meet my expectations.
City leaders didn't vote on the study results, choosing to just take the information as is and move on. More than 80% of the officers surveyed for the report said their actions are not influenced by racial or political biases. But the report outlines how racial disparities in arrest stops and other areas persist, showing the contradiction at the heart of the matter.
And then, of course, there's the question of how much this report cost, right? But you said 28 recommendations, so I just want to ask for our viewers, what are some of the takeaways here? Yeah, the OIR report lists a few things. Among that, the Bureau should increase investigations and penalties for officers associated with hate groups, train on community-based non-law enforcement programs, and do more with racial disparity data. But some council members said many of the recommendations feel like things they are already doing, and that's part of the rub. And that's a little bit disheartening from their point of view, too. Evan, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Good to see you.